And good evening from the Renaissance Center tonight. We're here for our special CBS report, Children of the Recession, which we'll have more on in just a few minutes. But first, the latest on the swine flu epidemic, which the CDC said today has spread widely and cannot be contained. The outbreak that began in Mexico is now suspected to have reached New York.
What's an outbreak? What's a flu epidemic? Hello Panda students and welcome to another English class. In today's lesson, we're going to learn some important medical terms, vocabulary and expressions. Let's go! To start off, we have to know the difference between the word pain and ache. Pain is a feeling of emotional or physical suffering caused by an illness or an injury. Because pain is usually very intense, it's difficult to ignore it, and therefore we say that pain is acute. It means it's intense and usually lasts for a long period of time. If you go to the doctor and you have intense pain in your leg or in your foot, then you say, I have a sharp pain in my leg or in my foot. I have a sharp pain in my hand. If you always feel pain, then you tell the doctor, I am in constant pain. Constant means something that happens usually, generally, and doesn't leave you, it doesn't stop. You are in constant pain. In this case, the doctor will try to give you something that will ease your pain. To ease the pain means to make you feel less pain. For example, the doctor might prescribe you some tablets that will help you ease your pain and make you feel better. If you see someone hurt, then you tell them, are you in pain? Or are you feeling any pain? The doctor might ask you, do you feel any pain in your hand? Do you feel any pain in your stomach? Do you feel any pain in your back? Do you feel any pain? As I have mentioned before, pain is also an emotional or a mental suffering. For example, she is still in great pain over the death of her family member. This means that she feels pain in her heart and she is suffering mental and emotional pain from the fact that someone in her family has died. So as you can see, pain can be emotional, mental, or physical. Now let's have a look at the word ache. Ache is a continuous pain that is unpleasant but not very strong. It usually refers to pain in a specific part of your body. For example, backache. Backache is when you feel pain in your back. Number 2 is toothache. A toothache is when you feel pain in your tooth. Singular is tooth and plural is teeth. Number 3 is earache. An earache is when you have pain in your ear. Number 4 is stomachache. Stomachache is when you feel pain in your stomach. Number 5 is headache. A headache is when your head hurts. You can say, my head hurts, or you can say, I have a headache. And finally, number 6 is a heartache. A heartache is a feeling of great sadness. It's referred to an emotional pain. For example, this divorce has caused her nothing but a heartache. It means that she's feeling really sad about the divorce. Unlike pain, an ache is not so intense, and therefore we can ignore the feeling. Furthermore, it's easier to cure an ache than a pain. Our next vocabulary is dehydrated. This means when you feel ill or weak because you don't have enough water in your body. For example, if you don't drink enough water during the summer, you will be dehydrated. It means you will feel thirsty, weak, and tired, and you might feel ill. Our next word is an appointment. An appointment is a scheduled meeting with a medical professional. For example, I've made an appointment with a specialist for tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Our next word is a symptom. A symptom is a feeling of illness or discomfort caused by a health problem. The doctor might ask you, "What are your symptoms?" If you had a flu, then you tell your doctor that you have a fever. A fever is when your body temperature is higher than usual and your heart beats really fast at times. Another symptom is a runny nose. This is where you have excessive nasal mucus and so you have to blow your nose from time to time. Your other symptom might be a cough. And a cough sounds something like this. Now this was a cough. The next word is to sneeze. You can tell your doctor that you have been sneezing. A sneeze sounds something like this. Achoo! Bless you. Oh, thank you. When someone sneezes in English, we tell them bless you. Next is a chronic disease. A chronic disease is a long-term illness. In other words, it's an illness that lasts for a long period of time. Some examples of a chronic disease are arthritis, cancer, and diabetes. The reason we call them chronic diseases is because they last for a long period of time and sometimes even for a lifetime. And finally, our last two words that you have heard at the beginning of this video is an outbreak and a flu epidemic. An outbreak is a time when something suddenly begins, like a disease or something that is dangerous or unpleasant. In other words, it's when a disease or an illness spreads rapidly and affects the majority of the people. And an epidemic is the appearance of a particular disease in a large number of people at the same time. For example, here in Spain, where everyone is used to the warm, beautiful weather, we get a flu epidemic when the winter starts. This means everyone gets a runny nose, starts sneezing and coughing. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!